8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
A house with a door. Windows 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready to play? What's the day?
It's Christmas Eve. Hello. What do you think these might be? I'll put some tissue paper in. Tuck the ends in. 1. 2. They're bags of food for the animals. So they're going to go in the crib. I'm going to put some straw on the floor first. Take the crib out a minute. That's the manger, really. The manger goes there, and then the bags of food go there against the wall.
Hello. There's something in this box that's going to go right on top of the Christmas tree. Can you guess what it is? It's a star. Now I need a little bit of sticky tape. There. Is that all right? And there. I hope that's going to stay up. Star for the Christmas tree. What else is in the box? There's another star here. Where could that go?
Hello, Stuart.
Ah, Liz. This is Liz.
Hello. That star could go on my guitar, couldn't it?
I'll just take the sticky stuff
From the back.
off the back. Here we are.
There you are. Pop it on there.
There?
Yes. It's pretty, isn't it? There's a star in the song this week. There's a brightness in the air. You can catch it if you care. You don't have to travel far to catch the twinkle of a star. Happiness all about. You don't have to wave or shout. Can't you feel it? It's so close. It's right there beneath your nose. See the moon and the sun's light and the frost all sparkling white. It can touch you with delight, but don't try to hold it tight. Let the sky run through your fingers, let it by, nothing lingers. You can't keep it, store it, buy it, but you can touch and smell and eye it. There's a brightness in the air, just reach out your hand, it's there.
This is the week when Christmas comes. In this big box, I've got some festive, Christmassy sort of things. I'll show them to you. This is the week when Christmas comes. Let every pudding burst with plums. And every tree bear dolls and drums in the week when Christmas comes. Let every hall have boughs of green with berries glowing in between in the week when Christmas comes. Let every doorstep have a song sounding the dark streets along in the week when Christmas comes. Let every night show forth a star to show us where the heavens are in the week that Christmas comes. Let every steeple ring a bell with a joyful tale to tell in the week when Christmas comes. Let every stable have a lamb sleeping warm beside its dam in the week when Christmas comes. Oh, this is the week when Christmas comes.
Another lamb on a hillside, sitting next to its mother, a big woolly sheep. And the sheep will need someone to look after them. Someone in a warm cloak. A person who looks after sheep is called a shepherd, and they often carry a long stick with a hook on the end like that, and that's to help them pull sheep out of difficulties when they get stuck anywhere. And on the hillside, a tree, a Christmas tree. For the shepherd and the sheep to shelter under. There. And this is all on a hillside behind the stable where the crib is. Down here, some more sheep for the crib. There's big woolly mother one and little lamb. Do you know what happened on the first Christmas? Oh, it happened in a stable. And the story today is about a shepherd boy who was there when it happened. But before Sarah tells it, have a look at the clock. See what time it says. Well, the long hand is pointing straight up, so that means it's something o'clock. And the short hand is pointing to the number 7. So today, the clock says 7 o'clock. What's underneath? 2 people and a donkey. And they look like they're on a journey.
And in the story, the 2 people are travelling to Bethlehem. Here's the first picture. It was evening, and 2 people were travelling along in the sunset. The woman rode on a donkey, and her husband walked beside her. They moved slowly, for they had travelled a long way and were very tired. On the hillside, the little shepherd boy watched them go. He'd become used to strangers, for many people had come to Bethlehem to pay their taxes. But he felt worried for this couple, for he knew that in the town all the inns and houses were full, and they would have trouble finding somewhere to stay. I know, thought the little shepherd boy. They could sleep in the stable behind our house. Well, it won't be so comfortable as the inn, but it's clean and dry and warm and better than nothing. I'll go quickly and tell them, he said, and began to run down to the town. Back on the hillside with his sheep, the little shepherd boy sat cross-legged by his fire and warmed himself. He thought about the couple called Mary and Joseph, whom he'd talked to and helped to find a place to stay, and he knew that in some way they were rather special people, though he didn't know why. It was a quiet and peaceful night, and the stars burned brightly. All at once, the sky was lit up by a strong and vivid light from a star that shone in the east. And on the wind came the sound of voices singing and calling and telling about a baby king who had been born in a stable in Bethlehem. The little shepherd boy was frightened, but very excited, for he thought he knew where to go and find the baby king. And he ran down the hillside towards the lights of the little town of Bethlehem. He found Mary and Joseph and the baby in the stable behind his father's house, and felt proud and pleased that he'd helped them. And suddenly it was morning, a bright and beautiful morning. And as the little shepherd boy guided his sheep across the pasture, he was thankful and happy that he'd been the first to know about the birth of the baby king. Jesus is his name, he said softly to himself. They've called him Jesus.
A baby Jesus for the crib, and 2 sheep to help keep him warm. There's a carol about some sheep helping to keep the baby Jesus warm. Have a look at the crib and some other cribs that children have made. round your tiny form.
Mary and Joseph can go in the stable now. There's Mary. And Joseph.
And there's an ox. And a donkey.
Well, they could go here by the stable wall. Yeah, Christmas is a very special time for animals because people always remember that there was a sheep and a donkey and an ox in the stable where Jesus was born. Sometimes at Christmas it gets very cold, it even snows, and that's not very pleasant for animals that live outside, so that the farmers have to take special care of them. There's a farm where it's been snowing through one of the windows today. It's through the arched window. Have a look. Can you hear some animals? There they are. Sheep. Ooh, looks very cold and wintry. Snow on the ground. The wind whistling. Some horses or ponies. It's difficult for them to get at the grass when the ground's all covered with snow. So they have to push it away with their hooves before they can get something to eat. Dogs seem to enjoy the snow, don't they? The farmhouse belongs to the farm.
See you later.
Here's the farmer. He's wrapped up warm against the cold wind. I wonder what's in those buckets. It's food for the sheep. Lambs. That's a special light to keep the lambs extra warm. And here's some milk for the lambs. Milk in a bottle with a teat like a baby's bottle. Hungry. Off into the cold again. Wonder where they're going now. There are the sheep again. I can hear them. The dogs come to help. The farmer is going to bring all those sheep out of the snow to a warm barn.
Humpty is a king, and this is his castle in the middle of a white, snowy field.
And little Ted is Humpty's page. That's someone who helps a king.
And there's a Christmas song about a king, King Wenceslas. Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even.
Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel, when a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel.
Hither, page, and stand by me, if thou knowest telling yonder peasant, who is he, where and what his dwelling?
Sire, he lives a good league's hence, underneath the mountain, right against the forest fence, by St. Agnes' fountain.
Bring me flesh and bring me wine, bring me pine logs hither. You and I shall see him dine, when we take them to him. Page and mourner, forth they went together, through the winter's monument, and as winter weather.
In his master's steps he trod, where the snow was dented. Heat was in the very sod, where the king had printed. Therefore, Christian men, be sure, wealth or rank possessing, those who now will bless the poor shall themselves find blessing.
Okay, Christmas is a time for giving to family and friends. And there's some presents here that are going to be opened tomorrow. Here's one present. I wonder what's in there. Another present.
This one's for Big Ted.
And there's a present here for Humpty, and one for little Ted.
Well, it's time for us to go now until tomorrow. Goodbye.
Tomorrow is Christmas Day. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Shan't open this till tomorrow.